Hey everyone, Bright2J back with another episode of Yay Toys, and today's review is going to be on the amazing Yamaguchi, powered by Revoltech, Wolverine. He's number 5 in the series. For those of you collecting the line, or wanting to collect the line, first they released Deadpool, then you had Spider-Man, then you had Venom, then you had Spider-Gwen, who I haven't yet purchased, then you have Wolverine, and Magneto has been released, so I can't wait to get my hands on him as well. I know we have a Captain America coming out eventually. So yeah, they're really going to town on all the classic Marvel characters, as well as some of the newer ones, such as Spider-Gwen. So yeah, this Wolverine, I got him roughly after New York Comic-Con, probably about a week later. I've been so busy, guys. Really a lot has been going on, so I apologize for not getting to this review sooner. So I'm late to the party, like usual. But yeah, this Wolverine, I mean, it's a solid piece. He comes with a lot. Well, not a lot, but comes with enough. And he's definitely one of my favorites of the Revoltech line. So with that being said, let's get started. So before I get started on the figure, I just want to take a quick look at the packaging, because amazing Yamaguchi never fails to disappoint. So as you see, a nice picture of the figure there. This graphic image of Logan over there. X-Men, Marvel, Wolverine. Picture of the figure. Some really nice, like that old school style, I forget what the filter is, but you see the figure there, posed nicely. And then all the different things you could do with this figure in the back. Maybe, but now, time to throw down, time to get heavy. That's just ain't gonna happen. I kind of wish they said bub on that. But we're on the clock here. And the X-Men ain't in the habit of answering to no one. Yeah. So as you see, little option part section there. It's missing the cigar. Promo shots had the cigar, and I know a bunch of people are kind of disappointed because we were promised a cigar, and I guess they thought, hey, let's not promote smoking. I commend that, but I kind of wanted the cigar. So yeah, the packaging, I always think, is done really well. Now on the inside, open this up real quick. As you see, these are the accessories here, which we'll get into. But first and foremost, my favorite thing ever is what they include with this. So as you see, it's a really nice batch of images of Wolverine. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Really nice picture of the X-Men in the back there. And then all the different, you got a claw mark here, you got Wolverine kind of just going nuts in Berserker mode. Yeah, there's a whole bunch here, and they always include something like this, and it's always wonderful. This just might stay out for the rest of the review, so yeah. So let's get started with the figure. And here's the amazing Yamaguchi Wolverine, and I have to say, I'm really, really liking it. I've liked this figure for 2.5 months now. It's been a lot of fun to pose around. And, I mean, being a fan of the character, my favorite Wolverine figures to date will be the Toy Biz Brown and Tan, the Toy Biz Yellow and Blue, my, obviously this Revoltech one, my Hasbro Wolverine from the Juggernaut Wave, and, of course, my Mezco 112 Wolverine. That I'll be reviewing eventually. It's just been a lot of stuff going on, so I apologize. But the review will be coming. Yeah, so this figure, I mean, there's a lot of Revoltech haters out there, and I get why. The elongated neck, the exposed joints. These figures are meant to be posed. They're not meant to be in vanilla pose. They're not, or, default package mode. So you're going to have gaps. You're going to have gaps to make up for you wanting to get the proper shot. Like, yes, the elongated neck, like you see the gappage in there. It is what it is, but I mean, come on, the sculpt on this thing is beautifully done. You could get him to really, really pose in and, like, really do some wicked stuff. I mean, you guys seen it with the Deadpool figure alone, the Spider-Man figure. You know, you guys seen other reviews on them. You've seen ACBA picks on them. You know these figures are meant to be posed around and just be a lot of fun. As for the paint job on this figure, the yellow's really, really done nice. This is the Astonishing, I think that's the Astonishing X-Men costume, if I'm not mistaken. It's definitely not the Uncanny. The Uncanny is more the version of the Mezco one. But yeah, if I could get my phone to focus, I will. There we go. So yeah, really nice marbleization of the blue, or not marble, the metallic blue, I mean. Looks really, really nice. All around perfect sculpt of this figure. Yeah, so like, you can hate on this figure if you want. I'm not one of those people. I enjoy the Revoltech line. I enjoy reviewing the Revoltech line. I enjoy posing the Revoltech line. So, I will, you know, definitely, continue on with these things and get the whole set as time goes on, and if money allows. These things are not cheap. They're about, I want to say I paid $80 plus tax in New York. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, minor gripes that I have, not really, it's nothing to do with the sculpt itself. I just wish they kind of gave him like hairier arms and maybe a 5 o'clock shadow. That would have been nice, but, you know, you get a lot of stuff, so that's really minor nitpicks. So, like, height-wise, he's shorter than other Revoltech. So let me get my measuring tape here, which I found in my closet. So that's why I haven't been measuring these things in a while. But yeah, like, he's shorter. He's like 5 3/4, something like that. So yeah, he's a shorter piece because, you know, Wolverine is short. I think Wolverine is like 5'1", 5'2", or something in the comics, 5'3" maybe, nothing more than that. You know, they made him really, really massive, which I think is great. Really veiny neck. And articulation, obviously, is Revoltech articulation. So you can have the head that can go pretty, well, the neck, rather, can go all the way down. Back, pretty decent, I believe. And then side to side. And obviously the head can turn. You got this piece here on the back that is like a, you've seen it with Deadpool, where like you, yeah, covers the joint. Then you got these shoulder things here, and the arms go out pretty far out. You know, and one thing too, they did a nice job of hiding the joint with these shoulder caps. And I apologize for any like background noises in this apartment, because my cats always choose when I record to start, you know, wake up from their nap. So yeah. So he can go really far back with these joints if you want. Like, you can't do that with most figures. I mean, Marvel Legends, you risk breaking. Mezco, I mean, the cloth, you know, won't allow it. So yeah, you got all that in there. It's a double Revoltech joint in there. Then you got, just like on the Venom, these things kind of slide down to fill in the pose when you do, like, you know, random upper body stuff. And the crunch is always great on these things too. So it goes down that far, back that far. I mean, you're going to get a little gappage, but again, expect it with Revoltech. And then you get the waist swivel there. As for the legs, they can pretty much kick out that far, and you got that upper That upper thigh cut too. Goes up about that, forward about that far. Back not so much, but that's fine. Beautiful bend in the knee. The top of the boot rotates, and you get that full-on ankle pivot on the feet there. So yeah, figure's dope. I mean, it's one of my favorite figures of 2017. I'm gonna do a top 10 this year. I always say, you know, I'm gonna do one to like my friends or like my girlfriend or whatever, but like I never really do it. And this year I think I'm gonna do like a top 10 or a top 5. Definitely something, you know, something different for the channel. Well, that's it really on the figure. I'm gonna show you some accessories now. Alright, so for the accessories, you have 2 different head options, which is something we haven't seen yet with a Revoltech figure, because for Spider-Man, it was eyes. For Deadpool, it was eyes. I think for Gwen, it was like a faceplate. For Venom, it was like the top of the head. So for this, they went straight up, you know, expressions, but full-on head sculpt. As you see, this one is more like the rawr, you know, like come at me. And then this one is the constipated face. You know, we've all been there, but I mean, yeah, constipated face. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then of course you have the default face here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop the head off just like so. And then of course you got this piece here. We'll put on the claws come out face. And then sometimes it's tricky, like mine, it's a little tight, even to this day. So yeah, pretty easy to put on, all things considered. I mean, it's a bit tight, like I said, but it looks good. Now for other kind of really cool accessories here. So for the hands, well, first I'll show you the one hand. This was the cigar holding hand. I don't understand why they still included this, yet they didn't include the cigar. Sculpted really nice though. Some nice silver paint apps for the claws, and you got the holes there where the claws would come out from. Another hand I'm not kind of understanding is the trigger finger. I mean, Wolverine doesn't really use guns, he has claws, but yeah, but same nice paint apps. And then he comes with a set of open hands, and then you know, of course, the default fist. Comes with this slash effect, which I don't think I'm going to use, but it's a cool idea, you know, for like display options, and it'll fit on the back of another Revoltech figure. He comes with extra Revoltech joints. So these are like the double joint for the arms. And then, not too familiar with where this one is, but it's cool, you got a spare. Of course, he comes with a display stand that, you know, you build as you go. And then this connects like so, and then you got, oops, well, you guys get the idea. We've seen a lot of these. Yeah, so we won't build it, but basically, you know, plug in, and then you got these like extra type pieces if you want to like make it a clasp or whatever. If you've seen one display stand, you've definitely seen them all. And then, of course, you have Wolverine's you know, main attraction, and that is the set of claws. And then how you put these on, basically, like, see the hand has like the gap there, and then just plug that in. And what they do, what Revoltech chose to do was that they have the piece on the fist where the claws would come out from, pop out of the piece on the fist, and then you could like put it in here and kind of mix and match. So I think that's a cool idea, and it's in there sturdy enough. So apologies if it happened off camera just now, but it's a little tricky. And then I'll show you what I mean. So like, we'll take the fist off, and then just take this little piece out. So yeah, you take that little piece out, and then you take the claw, and you can just plug that into the spot like so. And there you have Wolverine's claw. And you can just plug it right back onto the peg like so. And there you have it. So you could have them with, you know, 1 and 1, or we'll take the hand and, you know, just the open hand there. So yeah. Oops, the claw fell out of his thing. I didn't realize that. Yeah, but you guys kind of get the idea here. So like, oh, I didn't put the hand in there at all. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta do this off camera. That's better. Sorry, guys. I needed to make sure I got that to go in proper. My joints are a little stiff. But yeah, this figure looks really, really great. So I'm gonna do something a little different on this channel here. I'm gonna compare him to other... Like I said, my cats like to, you know, wake up just as I'm recording. So that was Quinn. So everybody say hi. And, yeah. So let me show you now how he compares with other figures. All right, I decided to switch up to the fist. Kind of looks better. So this Wolverine is a lot of fun. He's fun on camera, he's fun off camera. So I apologize if this video is a bit longer than usual. But there's just so much going on with this figure. And of course, everybody met Quinn. She's 8 months. Her sister is running around here somewhere like a lunatic. So yeah. Here's Wolverine, star of the show today. And let me compare him to other figures. So I kind of took out a lot here, so forgive me. For starters, here is the original Kyoto, Mr. Deadpool. Before I Wolverine out of the way, I don't want to knock him down. So here is Deadpool. Oops. And his wonderful popping off joints. Oh, Mr. Pool. So yeah, what I was talking about with the elongated neck before, I mean, like, you see Deadpool's neck is a little long. And you'll see it with Spider-Man when I you know, bring them out. But, like, it's what you expect out of, our, you know, a company that wants to focus all its, you know, detailing mostly on articulation. Alright, there's Mr. Poole, standing about as best as he can. Spider-Man, we're just gonna have him crouch for now. Actually, no, but we gotta compare him. One thing about Revoltech, you have to, like, remember how their joints go to be back in default package mode. Because, you know, it's kind of like a puzzle. So here he is, next to the wall crawler. These things are a pain to stand sometimes. Alright, then of course, Mr. Top Heavy himself. Put Top Heavy in the back there so he doesn't knock over the other ones. Then for something different, well, let's put Wolverine back in the front there. Like, these guys look good together. You know, like, makes you want the whole line. I don't know why some people are so anti-Revoltech. I mean, I get it, but I like these things a lot. And then you're going to get a shorter SH figure art right here. So I brought out a little of everything. So, fair warning. And then, one of my favorite SH figure arts, despite people hating on this one too, is Hulk from Age of Ultron. So you see, it's going to naturally be the tallest one out of all of them. And then, of course, you have a 112. Bring out Daredevil. Kind of pull my camera back a little bit here. Get a better view. And then, of course, finally, a Marvel Legend. Just to get all the different scalings. And what do you guys think of Punisher, huh? Well, I promised a review on that. I will definitely review that series soon for the you know, new addition to the channel. Guess we'll call it Yay Toys Marvel. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So yeah, this is the scaling size of Wolverine. You know, he's short. If you look at him and SHF, Homecoming, I mean, they're the same height. Naturally, SHF is smaller, but Wolverine is also shorter. Like, I think the comparison between him and Hulk are good. Him and Daredevil. Yeah, so honestly, this looks really good. Definitely pick up the figure. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, on the Yay Toys Plus certified scale of 1 to 10, I give this figure a 9.5. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth picking up. If you're a fan of the character, if you're a fan of Kyoto, definitely pick the figure up. I got mine at Image Anime, you know, like I said, about 2 months ago. And I've been having nonstop fun. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys later. Peace.